Welcome back, Bravehearts. I'm Dr. Darryl Wolf, and this is the Doc of Detox show, and we're on a platform that's called DocStar.tv. Now, it's the craziest thing, right? We're being told that we're supposed to get ready for a shutdown, a lockdown, a climate change, okay? Monkey this, monkey that. And right now, my whole team, do you know what they're planning? The biggest move in 40 years of my career. We're going to be launching onto the biggest platform in the world. And in that platform, we're going to be able to provide, and I mean this, 10,000% more powerful information. I don't mean more information, but more in a 10,000% powerful way. Simple, easy, effective. You'll come on our platform and you'll go, that's me, but that's not me. You'll go down this way or you'll go down this way. You're going to find out what you want. You're going to find out that we're going to be creating within the next 6 months to 9 months. We already have the world's most powerful, free, online self-care, self-love library. But we will have the largest platform where almost all the information will be for free. And then those people that want to master something will be coming on to our Zoominars, which right now we're building just above me. So we'll have a huge Zoominar up there where we'll be reaching people all around the globe in their homes while they're on their couches. And I'm going to tell you something. Do you know why we did it? We were talking about this 2 years ago, and now we've ramped everything up. We've signed major contracts to make sure that we fulfill our passion, our purpose, our dream. And that is to come into your homes. Because while they're trying to pull us apart, not just our families, not just our friends, not just as a community, but they're trying to pull us apart, our RNA and our DNA, our tissues, to the point that we have issues in our tissues, which people call diseases, which are just people out of alignment of knowing how to feed and love their spirit. It's a fine line, you know. I know I need to roar and I need to become more, but at the same time, we have to make sure that we have love and compassion for those people that feel like victims. Most of the world feels like a victim right now, and they feel like a victim because they have victim mentality. And that mentality are mandates. That mentality is mandates. Mandates are not laws. Oh, wait a minute. Really, Dr. Wolf? Are you trying to tell me that all the things that came out in the last 2 years are not laws? That's right. We were ruled, schooled, and fooled, and we followed along the herd, and people are going to get hurt. And if you think that people are hurt now, wait until you see how people lose it on an emotional, physical, and spirit level. Wait till you see how people are really going to start to fall apart. Yes, Sharon, this is a question and answer. So the reality is this is called the New World Health Q&A, and you can ask me any questions that you want. Can you do me a favor and go grab my phone from them? Not the red one, the other one. You can call me at 250-801-5893 on WhatsApp, or you can call me at 855-900-4544 extension 5 with any of your questions, and I will be able to talk to you today. Or you can come on Zoom, okay? You'll see the Zoom link. Rafa, make sure the Zoom link is in the feed. If you want to come on Zoom, you can ask questions live, or you can do it on Facebook or Rumble. And yes, this is a Q&A, but I'd like to always start it off with a little story. And that story is, at the same time that you're going to have to find your roar and become more, you're going to have to find more compassion and love for people that don't understand that they are not their beliefs. And you're going to have to understand that people are not their beliefs. And people are going to do some pretty negative things this coming 2 years, okay? Because this is the last shot that the psycho rich can do to try to get you, okay, to not have a breakthrough, but to break down, okay? So the reality is when you have money beyond money and you have power beyond power, there is nothing left to do except to enslave people and to create suffering. Now here's the deal. I want everyone to try to understand something. I want to show you my candy bowl. This is my candy bowl right here. Take a look. Okay? These are all Braveheart love bands, and you can get them online if you want. I'm going to tell you something. What would it feel like, and how would you act like if you totally understood the power that you were gifted by our Creator? But you'll never have that power unless you can change your beliefs. If you actually believe that the personality you have right now is your personality, then you will never expand your mind. You'll never expand your life. You'll never become abundant on any level. And you'll definitely never heal from any disease and stay there. You'll always fall back into it because your personality will reactivate the disease, because the personality you have now has created every disease or every healing that you have. It's created your financial wealth or your poverty thinking. And understand something, there's enough money for everyone, but not when you have poverty thinking, okay? So the reality is we need to change our thinking. So how are you going to become patient enough to become your own practitioner? Did you get that? How are you going to become patient enough to become your own practitioner? Well, you're going to need to get a lot of different thoughts, and those thoughts will become programs, and those programs will create a different life for you. And you're going to need to really be patient with the people that do not know that they can grow. You're going to need to be very patient with those people who do not know that they can grow. That's going to be very, very important. I've got friends, I've got family, I've got neighbors, I've got people that work for me that don't believe in what I do, or they don't believe in themselves, or they don't believe there's a better way, or they've just given up already. You know, you don't have to be old to give up. And you don't have to be young to be old. You don't have to be old, okay, to be old. And you can be young to be old. It's your way of thinking. And you can be older and still have a young way of thinking, which means that you understand that your potential is unlimited. Okay. All right, let's see if we got any questions here today, because I'm doing a lot of things right now. We're shooting a lot of things for Instagram, TikTok, okay? And we're also shooting some promo videos for when I'm away. I fly Thursday, okay, and I'm going to be heading off and going to 3 different countries and putting together our university. So our program and our training of our New World Practitioner has now been accepted, okay, in a program that people can go through a 4-year training program with us or less, if they've had training in other places, whether it be medical or in the natural health field, or they have university degrees in science and things of that nature, that they can actually become and get a doctorate in natural medicine. You heard what I said. So I'm going to be nailing that down right now. And I've also got to go to Canada, get our fulfillment centers, our worldwide one, up and running a little bit differently for these lockdowns that are coming. And also the shipping in Canada, the bottling, we've got to get everything in place. And then I've got to go and do a New World Practitioner course in Texas that starts on August the 25th in McKinney, Texas, just outside of Dallas. And then get myself, I'll do a New World Practitioner training, then get myself back here for September 15th to do another New World Practitioner training, which is a whole life coach and Wolf non-surgical. So let's get right to the questions. Okay, Sharon, I have a question. Having been bedbound with POTS and severe constipation, I am a vegetarian and had a good spiritual life. Well, first of all, spiritual life is, people said I had a good spiritual life. First of all, I don't consider myself being spiritual. I consider myself being electrical magnetic spirit. Okay, and I know that if I don't feed my spirit, I will never heal my body. Let me see. So I could be like really deep into meditation and using meditation to find my calm and peace, or I could just learn how to live in the present moment, connect to my breath, and learn to be in the conscious present moment. That's the only point of power. Let me tell you something. When I was in my 20s and even in my early 30s, I did a lot of meditation. It's not because I stopped it. It's a great thing to do. But I know that my meditation has to be all day long. I have to be in the present moment. I have to be connected to my breath. I have to know that I have unlimited potential. I have to know that I cannot react, and if I do that, I will be attacking someone or attacking myself. I know that I must only take massive personal action if there's something really going on. But guess what? 99.9% of the time, sweetheart, you are taking action when it's only fear-based. You know, you don't end up in bed with no energy, not being able to get out of bed because you've got empowering beliefs. So let's make that perfectly clear. You don't end up in bed because that's your authentic personality. That's not your authentic personality at all. Your personality is actually built on sick beliefs, weak beliefs, victim beliefs. And you know what? Some people right now are thinking, Dr. Wolf, you're harsh. What you just said, that you need to be passionate, you need to be patient. Well, I need to answer her question. And that this is the deal, that if she doesn't change her personality, she's not getting out of bed. And understand something. The electrical energy that we have to be able to get us out of bed, to get us to be able to think straight, to get us to be able to play the sports, to be able to make love to someone, to be able to eat, to be able to digest the food, to be able to have a bowel movement, to be able to breathe properly, to be able to smile, to have a great life, it all takes energy. So if you're not focused, what was her name, please? Can you never ever go off the name until we go off the question? Please scroll. Other way, please. Right there. So Sharon, you're in bed, you can't get out. How do you get out of bed? You're not getting out of bed without energy. Okay? So do you have where the light is there? Do you have it where somebody's going to take you outside and you're going to get sunshine and air, fresh air today, even if you have to sit in a wheelchair? Okay? Do you actually push yourself to get out of bed? Okay, how much water are you drinking when you're in bed? Because you still need to drink. Somebody who's sick, for a woman, you need to drink at least 3 liters to 3 quarts to 4 a day. But then you don't want to get out of bed because you don't want to pee, so you better figure out how you're going to pee, because now you're dehydrated. And a vegetarian, first of all, vegetarians are not healthy. Whole plant-based eaters are. Whole plant-based eaters are. Let me tell you something right now. Okay, a vegetarian can eat anything that isn't an animal product. They can eat animal substitutes, right? Like veggie burgers, veggie hot dogs. How about crackers? Okay, how about fake cheese made out of soya? Okay, all of that's got to go. All that's got to go. Everything is based on energy, and because every food, every drink, everything leaves the body. The only thing that stays in the body is the frequency. Depending where the frequency is, it'll turn you on or it'll turn you off. Hey, come on, do you ever have people turn you on or turn you off? When you look at the food, do you say, will this food take no energy to digest but give me tons of energy? Or will this fill me up? Okay? Do you say to yourself, okay, all right, will this food taste good? Or will I have pleasure for 4 inches and then 30 feet of hell? Because if you're laying in that bed and you're not moving, your lymph system's not moving. Okay, so you've got what? 8 pints of blood? 8 pints of blood. You got 12 quarts of lymph. I hope you know that your lymph is like molasses. So what do you need to do? Well, you need a vibrating bed. You need something. What's going to move that lymph? So if that lymph doesn't move, it's going to become stagnant. If it doesn't stagnate, then guess what? You're not a nice flowing river. You're a stagnant swamp. If you are bed bound, you're on your way out. How are you going to get energy? Well, you better play your favorite music. You better not be watching Netflix. You better not be reading love novels, okay? I'm telling you right now, whether you're in bed, if you're not doing exercises, if you're not trying to do skin brushing, okay, if you're not trying to do salt glows, if you're not doing belly button therapy, and also if you're not clapping, okay? All right, so can I have the belly button therapy too? That should always be right here. Somebody moved it. So understand something. You should be clapping because that's an exercise. And you should be clapping your neck and your face and your head, because nobody ends up in bed unless they're what? Depressed. Nobody ends up in bed unless they're depressed. That's not true. I was only depressed after I got in bed. I'm telling you, you're depressed. I'm going to tell you that every disease, every dis-ease means you're not at ease, means you're not in alignment on an emotional level way before a physical level. The psychological rules the biological, and that is science. And understand something, before you were depressed, guess what? Well, monkeypox should go really good because you had a monkey mind. And what's a monkey mind? You're jumping from branch to branch, from fear to fear, from thing to thing. And that's it. And let me tell you something right now. 9,999 people out of 10,000 live with anxiety all day long, dripping adrenaline into their system and cortisol, which is so acidic, which is like if I were to put in my house and drip from the sink and then put a plug in and I just dripped, how long would it fill up before it fills the sink, before it fills up the first floor, the second floor, the third floor? And it's just a drip, Daryl. And guess what? Okay, I've got anxiety because guess what? I'm sick, Daryl. How would you like to be sick and you can't get out of bed? You'd be depressed too. And what about my brother? He's in the hospital. What about my finances? What about? Now you've created a program called What About? And I'm telling you, what about you? What about focusing only on what you want? Becoming abundant with your health, with your wealth, with your energy. And then do you even know what products will do that? Do you know how to do that? Let me tell you something. Everybody needs to take massive personal action if you want anything in your life. If I didn't know what I did today, I would give up too. Why don't you just take a look at some movies and some videos and go back 50 years? Why don't you go back 50 years even at an airport? Go through the whole airport, go watch a movie in there. When I go to the airport, I'll do a one a day. Almost every airline and every time when I go to the airport now, there are anywhere from 8 to 20 wheelchairs going on a large plane. It would be unbelievable that you would see one wheelchair 50 years ago. Everybody has become a victim through mass indoctrination and inflammation, which created scar tissue formation, crystallization, eventually decalcification of the bones and ending up in your organs, in your joints, in your muscles, and now mutation. They won. Welcome to the game. Oh yeah, there is a God. That God is a powerful energy, but that God does not get involved in anything down here. We already have the power to change. We have the power to connect to our breath, to connect to that higher energy source anytime we want to tap in. But understand this, I pray to God I can get well. Well, you better just take massive personal action and then just thank God for getting well, because whatever you want, you better focus on that you already have it and be at ease with it and know you have the power to have it. So understand this, everything that you think, everything that you drink, everything that you eat, everything that you speak has a frequency attached to it, and it all comes together to give you a master frequency, whether you're getting out of that bed or not. And your personality is not your personality. If you're in bed, or you have a walker, a wheelchair, or a cane, or you're wearing Depends, or you're on drugs. Whether they're street or prescription, you're not yourself. And that's the God's truth. And remember this, everything that you eat and drink leaves the body. Not one thing stays behind except the light and the frequency that was held in that product. If there was any at all, thank you very much. The next 2 years will be mass murder. More people will die in the next 2 years that probably died in all the wars that have been on this planet. And they're going to die because of the lie. And the lie is that human beings are limited. No, they're only limited by their beliefs. And understand something, you want to get this right now? Guess what? September's coming and you're going to put your kids back in school? What kind of fool are you? Oh, but they need an education. They really do. Yes, they do. They need to be beside you, under your protection. You don't send your kids back to school right now. There's nobody in school that will protect your children. Think about it. We've been set up. You know what? I never liked school. There was only crap food the whole time that I was there. You know that. There's only crap food there now. Okay? They're going to start mandating at school. They're going to be mandating everywhere. You should be planning how your kids are going to stay home. You know, I'll tell you right now, I know I'm off topic a little bit, but this is all part of it. Okay? It's you get crippled here before you're ever crippled here. And you're never ever going to find a healing until you have healing here. And you're not going to have healing here until, guess what? Until you've learned how to forgive yourself for everything you've ever did and everything you're ever going to do. I am never going to ask for forgiveness again for anything, okay? Unless I take a look at it. If I actually went out and intentionally tried to harm myself or someone, I will apologize, but I will not say sorry. What a low vibrational thing. The whole thing was a setup. You're going to have to get rid of all your guilt right now. Trust me, you're in bed because of guilt. You're in bed because of shame. You're in bed, okay, because you believed what other people believed about you. You believed that you weren't enough. Why do people end up in wheelchairs? Because they give up. You go ask 99 out of 100 people right now, how did you get in that wheelchair? Was it a sports injury or was it a car accident? Nope. It was this disease or the arthritis, okay, or the hips gave out. No, you gave out. You gave up. 99 of 100 surgeries never had to be done. Okay? All right? They implanted dysfunctional beliefs here first and foremost before they implanted the screws, the bolts, the plates, the rods, the mesh, the fake hip, the fake heart. How many people know that you could be bone on bone and they say your cartilage is totally gone and you can totally restore it? Bet you didn't know that. So she says, Sharon, I have a question, having been bedbound with POTS, okay, and severe constipation. Well, you have severe constipation, sweetheart, because if you don't move it, you're not going to lose it. And if you don't move it, you do lose it. And you lose your muscle tone. You can't lay in bed. If you lay in bed, you're not a flowing river. You're not going with the flow. You're stagnating as a swamp. You're rotting out. You are never, ever getting out of bed, girl, because you want to talk about, look at, the majority of the population is pooping in their pelvis all the time. All the time, all the time. Hardly anybody has good bowel movements because hardly anybody eats a whole plant-based diet. If you take a look at my perfect day, okay, my perfect day guide in my library and get a perfect day consultation, then it would take you anywhere from 3 months to 9 months to have proper bowel movements. You don't even know what a proper bowel movement is. You only know what you pooped, or maybe what you saw with your mother pooped, or maybe your brother pooped. You don't even know what a good poop is. Go watch How to Become Number One at the Art of Number Two in my library, and I show you what a good poop is for your age. And understand something, mothers and fathers don't even check their child's poop. They don't even know what a good poop is. They don't know that their child's poop is a computer printout that actually tells how good the child ate the day before. Forget the adult's just rotting out. You know, the Royal Society of Medicine did a study, go look it up. And it was the biggest study ever done on the large intestine, and they said that minimum 85% of all disease comes from a dysfunctional large intestine. Did you know that? So guess who's got one? Everybody, okay? Where's 85% of your immune system? In your large intestine. Oh, you know those bacteria that you're trying to kill when you go and you pump it on and you put it in your hand? What a bunch of morons we are, seriously. Antibacterial soap to fight a virus. First of all, we are such morons. We'll use bacteria to fight a virus. Oh, how do you fight a virus? How do you fight something that's already dead? Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to go to war with a corpse. Who's going to win? well, first of all, you say, what are you, crazy? Why would I go to war with a corpse? I'm not going to try to kill a corpse. It's already dead. Well, that's right, because viruses aren't alive. They're not even something that was ever alive. So why don't you do your homework and research? But meanwhile, you're going to go put bacterial soap in that you're going to absorb into your bloodstream that's actually going to kill the bacteria in your body. And guess what? You're made out of 50 to 70 trillion cells, but you're made out of 500 to 700 trillion good bacteria that are now bad. Did you know, are you ready for this, that 95% of the population, their good bacteria, okay, is bad. Did you know you're supposed to have 85% good bacteria and 15% bad bacteria in your large intestine? Now, we should always have a little bit of bad in us. Why? Because it keeps our immune system in check. Just like there's always cancer cells floating around in your bloodstream from the minute you get here till you leave, because it keeps you strong. That's how it keeps you strong. So the reality is 85% of the bacteria is bad and 15% is good in 95% of the population. But hold on a second here, 92% of the population has an autoimmune disease, which means that the body's attacking itself. But I already told you the body has to attack, you have to attack yourself first on an emotional level before you do it here. You are a spirit that was created by the grace of God. And that spirit is outside of you. That's called your aura. It's inside of you. It is you. That's just like people say, where do you hold your thoughts? Well, you don't actually hold them in your brain. Did you know that? You hold them everywhere in this energy source. I know people don't understand it and they don't believe me and they don't think it's true, but it's true. We are so amazing. Do you know how much effort and how much time and how much money and how much advertising it took them to access to get us to put the diaper on our face and wear it to protect us against a virus that is dead, that was never alive, that you can't catch, and then have most of the population doing it? Don't you dare tell me that human beings are smart. They're only smart if they have smart beliefs. They're only healthy if they have healthy beliefs. And they're not in bed if they have healthy beliefs. And I'm not telling you that she is stupid. I'm telling you that Sharon was given stupid beliefs by the people she trusted, by people who called themselves authority, by people who called themselves experts. And understand something, Sharon, if you don't start doing the ultimate coffee enema and start purging out your colon and your liver and getting on daily cleansing tea and black gold, and if you don't start drinking high vibrational vegetable juices, doing things like black diamond in your drinking water, getting yourself on IGF 300,000, okay? Getting yourself on our thunder shrooms, getting yourself on ionic calcium, things of that nature. Because here's the deal. Yes or no? Do I know what I'm talking about or no? First of all, how am I going to get well? I don't have any energy. There it is right there. Isn't that the kicker? That's why 99.9% of the population isn't going to get well. They're going to stay in hell. They're going to keep taking more drugs. And then they're going to really put a lot of effort in to try to get well, and then they'll start coming back, and then they'll get exhausted and they'll fall back down. Here's the deal. Where's the sunlight in your life? Are you in bed, on a computer, looking at your phone, watching TV, without Tesla glasses? They're the only eyewear that takes blue light, transforms it, heals your brain, and heals your eyes. If you take any more than 20 minutes of blue light in, and you're already in bed, you're frying your brain and your eyes out. You're not going to get out of there. If the Wi-Fi is on 24/7 where you live, Sharon, you're staying in bed. You have to have all the Wi-Fi hardwired. You need the natural lighting. You need to put the music on that when you used to dance and you love going out dancing, you need that. You need to practice smiling. You need to have the word smile right on the ceiling. Okay? You need to have the word smile and get out of bed now. You need to have that. You need to focus where you want to be, not focus on where you are. Okay? You cannot eat dead food. The more you cook, the worse you look. The more you fry, the sooner you're going to die. the more you're going to suffer. And that's it. Let me tell you something. Your family loves you, your friends love you, and they know nothing about health. Isn't that something? You're sick and in bed, you can't get out, and you don't know about health either. Because if you can't flush out your colon and you can't flush out your liver and you can't do some form of exercise in bed, if your arms are moving and your hands are moving, you should be clapping your ankles with the clapper. You should be clapping your knees. You should be clapping your hips. Okay, you should be shaking yourself up and getting yourself out of depression. And most people don't even know they're depressed because that's my personality. And if you're not changing, sharing your personality by 1% every day, you're not getting out of that bed. You're there for the rest of your life. So I want to ask you, who broke your heart? I want to ask you, okay, how much guilt you hold for yourself. Is it because of your religion? Did you let somebody down? Did you think you murdered someone? Did you think you hurt someone? Did somebody hurt you? Because understand something. The reason why most people are in bed is because of a broken heart. Emotionally. People have a broken heart first before they have the cane, before they have the walker, before they have the wheelchair. Before they're laying in bed, their heart's been broken many times. Yeah. I have a question. Having bedbound with POTS and severe constipation, why I'm a vegetarian and I had a good spiritual life. You had one. I don't care about a spiritual life. That's just a word. I care about your spirit. Okay, how much do you love Sharon right now? Sharon, close your eyes. Take a breath. Okay, 6 seconds in, 7 seconds out. Let's do it 3 to 5 times. How much do you love yourself? I bet you it's only 2 to 10%. So you have a 2 to 10% chance of getting out of that bed. Until you unconditionally love yourself, you forgive yourself, you forgive everyone that you believe hurt you and help put you in that bed. If I were you, I'd get a perfect day consult. It's $150, and here comes the sales pitch, which it isn't a sales pitch. Think about how much money I'm making. Most of that money goes to the consultant because you get lifetime support for that $150. You also get this here. This is my perfect day manual, and you get it in a PDF. Okay? And that comes to you. You read this, and then you follow 80% of this, you're getting out of that bed. And understand something. When a doctor or a practitioner says that I can't do anything for you, it's because you just bought into their beliefs. You bought into their limited beliefs. When you say I can't do anything for myself, then you bought into your own limited beliefs. Let me tell you something. I would love for everyone to see my life in the last 2 years, and you would wonder how I did what I did. And you would wonder how I'm going to pull off what I'm going to pull off in the next 2 years. And you would say that that was impossible. Well, we took impossible and made I am possible. I was created by God Almighty, and so were you, Sharon. And you better start acting like it, meaning that you better pour all your love into your heart and fill it right up. And then just know that you deserve this and get yourself off the hook, okay, the meat hook, and forgive yourself for everything and really buy into the idea that that which we call God that created everything has never judged you. Just your family has, your friends have, the world have, and they're always going to judge you. The world's always going to judge me too. Because understand something. If your beliefs do not match someone else's, Sharon, how well does that go? Not so good, right? And then if you're a quack like me, how do you think it goes? All right? I deserve everything, and I can't have everything unless I'm going to become everything for myself. And I can't give anything unless I become everything to myself. I can't give anything to anyone else except corruption, because you can't give what you're not. You only give what you are. So depending on my potential will depend on what I can give to others, but I don't give other people love. I just shine the love I have for myself on other people. When you keep saying you keep giving your love away and your heart gets broken, Sharon, that's because you were using someone else to fill up your heart, to make you tankful. Well, you better be thankful on your own every given second, because that's where the power is in the present moment. There, I hope I answered your question. But you need a perfect day consult. That's the bottom line. And if you think that you can do this by putting Band-Aids on it, or someone goes, hey, Sharon, just heard there's a new product, you're the product. It's either you're creating the perfect day from the moment you rise until you gently close your eyes and you are caring and loving yourself, or you're destroying yourself. I want you to think about that. Next question, please. The best way to deal with sinusitis? Well, first of all, okay, well, you got to get rid of dairy. We know that. We know that we got to get rid of fried food. We know that we got to get rid of foods that are made out of flour. But a lot of times you're not going to get rid of sinusitis. Why? You ready for this? Oh, you're going to love this one. This is where you're going to go, oh my gosh. I just got to tell you that we do train the most powerful body workers in the world. Let me just ask you a question. Do you have a therapist that you go to that does body work that will give you a money back guarantee? That the first treatment they do on that part of your body will outweigh all the other treatments combined by all the other therapists you've ever went to. And I give that guarantee to every therapist that comes and gets trained to us. We will refund to their patients because we know what we're doing. And they're trained in this way. You're going to have somebody with non-surgical go in here and take apart the scar tissue that's in here. Believe it or not, you've got a thick band, about 1/4 of an inch of scar tissue. Every time that you have sinusitis, which means what? Inflammation of the sinuses, that means you've got swelling. Wherever you've got swelling from inflammation, that means you're going to get scar tissue formation because you get fibrin sent to the area to wall off the inflammation so it doesn't spread. And then guess what? It builds up on layer until you have more scar tissue and you can't breathe anymore. Oh, and I love this one. I got a deviated septum. I got to have a surgery. I'll tell you what, 5 minutes, I will switch that around. You won't have it. Did you hear what I said? Out of 100 diagnoses of deviated septum, maybe 10 need surgery. 9 out of 10 do not need surgery, and it can be fixed, and I've proven it. If you go through my videos, I show it all the time. Okay, so understand, I'm going to tell you something. Every illness that you know, every itis, arthritis, sinusitis, colitis, vaginitis, okay, do I need to keep going? Okay, meningitis, okay, you can either go the medical route or you can bring down the inflammation and get rid of the scar tissue formation and have it healed. And understand, you can go the natural route or the medical route, okay? You know, it's very easy to actually program a human being into a human doing, and that's that. End of story. No, I'm wrong? Then how can you go, okay, this will get rid of my migraine, but there are 20 symptoms that could kill me. Oh, let's get it anyway. Seriously, I know. Human beings are the smartest species in the universe. Wow. Okay, so that's the problem. They can be programmed so easy. So that means that you could probably program yourself and be the smartest species in the universe. And how would that be? Well, as soon as you start having intelligent beliefs, which mean that your beliefs are based on unconditional love for yourself, self-care, self-love is the only thing that's going to get you out of this mess. Okay, so when you go to think about eating, what vibration will it leave? Because the whole physical part of this comes in and leaves the body. It's only the light and the energy and the frequency that stays behind. That's it, guys. That's it. So sinusitis, another thing for sinusitis right here. Oh, this is the beauty. Okay, right here. So what you do is, can you see it coming out? Yeah, I'm sure you can. Look. You see? Right there, that's 50% silver bullet liquid, 50% Bright Eyes nanofalvic. What if I did this? And I took that into my sinuses. What if I took infinite iodine? They can't hear me. The batteries are out.
Yes. next week.
What?
We have other med.
Okay, all right. So what if I took infinite iodine, all right, and I took 1 part infinite iodine and 3 parts structured water, and I put it in this nebulizer? Let me tell you something. The silver that I just told you, the silver bullet liquid 50% and the fulvic 50%. Look at this. That will clean out any sinuses. That will help to actually, your eyes, that will actually help clean out your lungs. That will actually help a sore throat. How am I doing? Okay, I've had people that have stage 4 inflammation in their lungs. You know what I'm talking about, right? Starts with a C. They call it that. Okay, it's a death sentence. All right. Anyways, use this concoction. Also use the infinite iodine. 1 part infinite iodine, 3 parts structured water, and start doing that, and then getting on our protocol and see a complete turnaround. You heard what I said. You can believe it or not believe it, but just remember something. Just so you know, 99.9% of the population, as soon as they get diagnosed with some kind of illness, they take a drug which is made out of petroleum. Not sure why they do that, but they do. Okay, and they won't change their diet, which caused the disease in the first place. Okay, but what caused the choices that they made for the eating and the way they treated themselves in the first place was their beliefs. So if you're not going to go in and change your beliefs that will change your choices, then you're always going to have the disease. So you should just stick to the drug route. So if you say to yourself, I'm not going to change my mind. I like my personality where it is. Then just know that the disease is only going to get worse. So you're going to need the drugs. So thank God for the medical system. And then thank God for surgery, because you're going to continually be inflamed. And even when you take the drugs and you don't feel the pain, you don't feel the swelling, you don't feel the inflammation in your sinuses, it's still there. Isn't that something? Because you just cut off gut-brain connection, which is your feelings. So now it's still going down, so you're still going to have the scar tissue, so you're going to have to go to surgery, just like the people that say, well, you know, we see really high inflammation in your lungs, and then eventually it becomes lung cancer, or we've got high inflammation in the liver, it becomes liver cancer, or we see that your ovaries are on fire, and now you've got cysts on your ovaries, but you don't change the way you poop, the way you cleanse, the way you eat, the way you think, the way you drink. Well, guess what? You're going to get cancer if you live long enough. Oh my God, what do you think? You're not? Come on, all right? So, you know, just know this. Are you going to be strong enough? Are you going to be in love with yourself enough to be able to make it through the next years of all the suffering that you're going to see with the majority of the population that would never believe in a quack like me? That would never believe that eating high vibrational foods, by having 3 good bowel movements a day, and by doing an ultimate coffee enema, because it's the only way you can clean your liver. How many are going to do that? Not a lot, right? Yeah. So the reality is, you know, we have the mentality that we'll change the filter in the car maybe every 6 months, definitely every year. But there'll be people that are 40 years old that'll never clean out their liver, never think about their bowel movements, even it looks like they've got a beach ball growing in their tummy, which means that they're rotting out, that they have a manure pile, that the bacteria is 85 to 95% bad bacteria, which means that they are suffering already. And the reality is I don't really know how relationships stay together when people are so full of gas and so full of bad bacteria and so full of poison. I mean, how can anybody have a good personality? You know, my grandmother used to say, stay away from your grandfather. You know what? It's not because he's grumpy, Daryl. He's just constipated. Yeah, right up to his eyeballs, okay? All right? So you get somebody who doesn't love themselves and they think they were shortchanged by life, and then they've got gas cramps. Well, you want to stay away from them, let me tell you. Okay, the best way to deal with sinusitis, well, that is the best way. Get off all inflammatory foods and get on our curcumin cayenne 5000, take 1 every hour. And do the bowel cleansing of the daily cleansing tea and the black gold. And then do the ultimate coffee enema. But get yourself a perfect day consultation and you'll never look back. Or you can keep on just spending money on the next latest, greatest product, because the cure you're looking for is you. The practitioner you're looking for has always been you. It's nobody else, okay? What's next? Can we make sure we go to the next one, please? Sheena, what protocol do you recommend for mycotoxins? Ran blood serum tests, several patients, and verified IgA antibodies. Thank you. Well, okay, first of all, okay, you only have antibodies when there's a fight. And the reality is I'm not a big believer of blood tests. So everybody needs to get that, okay? Everybody needs to know that, and you're not gonna like this, but tests are for the medical system. You know, we do thermography here. We do bone density test here. Thermography is way better than any x-ray, so just know that. It'll tell you 8 years out what's gonna happen to you if you don't change your personality, don't change your lifestyle. And understand the bone density tells us how acidic you are because of how much calcium you pulled from your bones. And then just looking at you, I can tell you exactly what your personality's like and what condition you're in. So whether you want to believe that or not, it's more important about the condition a person. The most important thing about a person is not the condition they have, but the condition they're in. Not the condition they have, but the condition that they're in. So let's get back to her situation. Remember something, when you have infection in the blood, there's no way in the world that you didn't have infection in the bowel and in the liver and in the kidneys already. Okay, so just know that. You've already backed up your lymph system for years. The blood is the end result, okay? And I'm gonna tell you something. If I were to take any of these people that you're talking about that had these blood tests, we would change this in 10 days. 10 days after doing a perfect day. What do you think happens when you get the cork out of your butt? I already told you that the major part of your immune system is your large intestine. And when your large intestine is not functioning properly, which is everyone pretty well, because everyone today, with what's going on because of stress, you're tying yourself up in knots. Everybody today should be taking the daily cleansing tea morning and night, along with black gold in a blender drink of berries, coconut milk, okay, and frozen berries, and a teaspoon to a tablespoon of black gold. If you do that, you're going to start restoring the good bacteria, which is 85% of a human's immune system. It's in your large intestine, everyone. You know when they say gut-brain disconnection? Well, what they're actually talking about is they're talking about your large intestine, not talking about your gut. Do you ever notice how they kind of tell you, but they don't tell you, right? Like slip disc, there's no such thing, right? There's no such thing as a slip disc. There's such thing as an inflamed disc with scar tissue building up, okay? So let's get back to this. So the blood will change, believe it or not. Your blood actually can change by smiling. Your blood will change by making sure you're drinking structured water and enough of it. Your blood will change, okay, if you don't keep stressing yourself out. Remember something, every time that you are in flight, fright mode, and she's going, what's this got to do with their blood, Dr. Wolf? And about the blood test, everything. Every time that you get stressed over something that is false evidence appearing real, otherwise fear, and it doesn't happen, you dump adrenaline and cortisol. When's the last time your life was really threatened when's the last time that your life was really threatened, you thought somebody was gonna murder you, hurt you? You could count them on your hand. But I'm gonna tell you something, you couldn't count how many times, okay, during the day that you actually send yourself into fright, fight, flight. Most of you never come out of it, so you're always dripping adrenaline into you. So what do you think you're doing to the blood? just know this, adrenaline and cortisol is the most acidic hormones in the body. And when they go into your body, they go into your bloodstream. When they go into your bloodstream, you have to pull calcium in there to buffer down the pH or go into a coma or die, one or the other, which one would you like, okay? And also create cholesterol to goop up the cracks in the arteries because they're cracking due to the acidity, pulling the minerals out and cracking the tissues, because that's what acid does. It eats away tissue, doesn't it? It'll eat away tissue until it grows something in you to store called a tumor or a cyst or a pimple or a boil or a lipoma. How am I doing so far? Okay, issues in the tissues. So, first of all, you know what? You can tell me these blood tests and then they don't matter anything to me. Because I'm going to tell you in 7 to 10 days we could do it and it'd be a completely different person. All right? Okay, so here, listen to me. You want to do a perfect day? Change the way you think about yourself. Get rid of every belittling thought that you ever had. Get rid of any low vibrational foods. The more you cook, the worse you look. The more you fry, the sooner you die. Okay? All right? Get into more of a live food diet. Fruits, veggies, beans, lentils, avocado, coconut. Okay? Vegetable juicing. Okay? Make organic popsicles. You know, surround your life with this stuff. That's what you do. But you're not going to be able to get away with it because you live with your family and your family's toxic and your family's not going to change. It's very difficult for people to change. You cannot live with your family and think you're going to change. Let me tell you something. If you're a cancer patient, that same family that you got the cancer with, you all created it together. You can't hang out with them and think you're going to heal. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. You know what you have to do? The world won't support you, but you need to go away for 6 to 9 months because you need to go and find your true personality where you can hold the line and say, no, I'm not going to drink that. I'm not going to eat that. No, I'm not going to think like that. No, I'm not going to live like that. Are you ready to change your habits? Are you ready to change about the way you feel about everyone? Are you ready to stop judging people? Stop judging yourself first and foremost? Let me see if you can pull that sucker off. You can't do it unless you do something like a whole life coach certification. You know, why do you think our certification programs like our whole life coach, you know, you may not believe this, but since September, okay, until this following September, we will have taught 250 people in whole life coach. 250 people in a 9-day course. You need to grasp this in your head, okay? And I'll tell you something. Next year, it'll be 1,000. Next year after that, it'll be 2,500 because it won't just be me doing it. We're going to create an army of unconditional love practitioners. They are going to teach you how to unconditionally love yourself. You know, if you unconditionally love yourself, you will not get sick. Am I tired today? Yeah, I'm a little tired. Can you hear my voice? A little stressed. Okay? So I've been trying to pack now because I'm going to leave Thursday morning. I've been trying to pack now for 4 days. I did get the suitcase open. So, you know, 4 days I got the suitcase open. Okay? And I said to Lori this morning, I said, thank God it's summer, because all I'm going to do is put in 9 shirts, okay? Because I've got a whole life coach that I'm going to be teaching in Texas. 9 short sleeve shirts, 9 shorts, and then for casual, I'm just going to pair 2 pair of shorts, 2 bathing suits, you know, 4 muscle tees, right? Maybe 2 shirts, because I don't like wearing clothes. Don't like clothes at all. And that's a good thing, because I think that's what's going to happen with this whole monkey thing and climate change. We'll just be wearing fig leaves. So I'm trying to get in shape so people don't freak out when they see my naked body. So I'm kidding. But the reality is that, you know, I'm prepared for any changes that are coming because the world is changing. Okay? So all I'm trying to say is this, is I'm very busy right now, but all I got to do is be thankful. No matter if I have a headache or I'm tired or I don't have a lot of energy, all I got to be is thankful and my energy comes right back. You know, no matter how I feel, if I'm just thankful, okay? And I guarantee you that you're not thankful. You're not thankful unless somebody said something nice to you. You're not thankful unless something goes your way. I'm thankful when things don't go my way. I have never been attacked in my life, and I'm not complaining, because guess what? It is making me stronger. It is making me believe in my mission more. But I have never been attacked more in my life than the last 6 months. Family, friends, world, you name it, and it's like, yeah, okay, we got this. We just signed a contract last night, okay, that most people would just cringe from when you see the bill at the bottom, okay? I don't even know how we're going to be able to pay it off, but I know we can, because we've got a lot of people that are have unlimited love for their passion and their dreams, okay? And that's it. So teamwork makes the dream work, but you better be on your side first and foremost. And I will always love, honor, respect, and protect myself first and foremost before anybody else, even my partner. And she better do that for herself too. And that's how we come together and be strong always. Okay. Anyways, if you get too medical with me, okay, that's almost too medical, I shut down. Okay? Because guess what? Did you know that those blood tests were taken under blue light, which means that they're not correct? All blood tests need to be done under proper sunlight, natural light, or they're not correct. Did you hear what I just said? That's science. So guess what? You take all the tests you want under blue light, okay? They're not correct. And I don't believe in that stuff anyways. Okay, I already told you. We do bone density here, we do thermographies here, but the biggest test is you're smiling. Let me see if you can smile today. Let me see if you can smile your way out of bed. Okay? Where are we here? I will be in Kelowna on Friday, Dangerous Curves. Is it possible to stop by to purchase some products? Yeah, well, just call them. You can do that, okay? The phone number there is 250-215-8004. Or also, I think you can also call 0, and that goes to the Kelowna office, and you can stop by there. They're open from 9 until 5. I called and left a message and haven't heard back. The person who took my call said I needed to book an appointment. Really? Really? Where's my phone? Where's my other phone? Oh, right here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Call 250-215-8004 on WhatsApp. Now, you know what I say, guys? This is how I live. When it's time to do something, you do it right away. I don't hesitate. If there's something that needs to be done, I do it right away. That's how I function. I just stop, drop, do it. Let's do it, because if I don't do it, I won't do it. Let's see if they answer the phone. This should be the test of a lifetime, eh? Can you do me a favor? Can you get, here, hold on. I want them to get Canada on the line. Can you go and get Canada on the line? And then bring the phone back here. Okay, get somebody from the Canadian office on the line. All right? Sharon says, no, be harsh. I have constant dizziness. First of all, sweetheart, I don't want to be harsh. That's not what I said. But I'm going to tell you something. Truth is the hardest pill to swallow when we are a planet of victims right now. And understand something. Never point the finger at anyone except yourself, and point the finger and touch your heart. Okay? That's what you do. You point the finger and you touch your heart. All right? Okay? And that's where you want to start right there. And it's not about being harsh, it's about being truthful. And you have dizziness because you don't drink enough. You don't drink enough water. You don't bring in enough high vibration, okay? And you're dizzy because why? Because you're polluted. You're stagnating. I already told you. You can't lay in bed and not get up and move around and not be a swamp. And guess what? Let me ask you a question. What came first? The swamp or the mosquito? The swamp or the mosquito? The swamp came first, then the mosquito. And the mosquito are all the bugs that you don't want crawling in you, and they're going to crawl in you. You can't get rid of those bugs unless you bring up your vibration, and unless you get rid of the emotional block to get rid of the physical blocks. Get rid of the physical blocks so that you can go with the flow, so that you can flow with life and get your energy going again. Okay. Hi, Dr. Wolf. Should I continue taking vitamin D 350 every day since my vitamin D is 94? My doctor considers it very high. Look, I'm going to tell you something right now. I know people that will take vitamin D 350 and they'll do it every day. But the reality is 15,000 IUs of vitamin D is usually enough. But nothing beats being outside and doing sun gazing when the sun comes up, and getting your 20 minutes of sun in the morning. That's what you want. And make sure you take off as much clothes as you possibly can. Okay? But nothing really beats it if you don't live in an area with sun. Remember that vitamin D is not a vitamin. Vitamin D is a hormone balancer, immune enhancer product. It is not a vitamin. So let's get rid of that one. Next thing is take a look in my store at the vitamin D light. They cost around $1,400. And then if you can afford it, get 2 crystal panels and you'll have vitamin D crystal energy, which is beyond Thunderdome. And that's what everybody should have if they don't live somewhere like I do. Okay, if you live in Canada or northern United States, you're never going to get enough vitamin D. That's that. And also when you take vitamin D, just remember okay, that you need to take K2 with it, okay? All right, to help the absorption. Okay, but if you're doing ionic calcium, which is right here, okay, like Merigen, you don't need vitamin D, okay? Because these are calcium ions. It's the only real calcium product in the world that can totally reverse any type of bone problem and every autoimmune disease I know of. Next, can we move on to, once I've read, if we can pick up the next one? Daryl, 2-part question. What supplements would you recommend for COVID preventive measures? Well, first of all, let's understand something, everyone. How many people here believe that their flu, okay, was much worse last year due to stress? Oh, you don't? Well, too bad, because that's why. Guess what? How many people out there have you ever known, okay, to have a fearful situation go on that wasn't true? All of you, all the time. Okay, so guess what? So if I was stressed more this year than I was last year, would I be wearing down my immune system and my nervous system so that if I actually got sick, would I be sicker longer, stronger, deeper? Yeah, nobody talks about that, do they? So think about it. Everybody was under stress before COVID. Oh, come on. Life was so good before COVID? No, it wasn't. People were miserable. They worried about money. They worried about health. They didn't get enough love. Okay, trust me, things weren't that great, were they? Seriously? Okay, all right. This was a wake-up call for anybody that wanted to wake up. Well, what? Did you call the 800 number? What?
I believe so. Tara called everything.
Okay, all right. Okay. All right, hold on. Call Zane Accountant on WhatsApp. So anyways, all I'm going to say here is this, okay? First of all, let's look at the basic things to help, okay? All right? The basic things are this. What if you connected to your breath? Hi, I'm just calling you. I'm live right now. And
Yes.
we've got people saying that they've called every phone number today and nobody's answering the phone in Canada. Okay, and
Okay.
Tara just tried everything, 800 numbers, the 250 number, and I've got people on my show right now say they've been trying to call and they're having trouble calling.
Well, you can assure your people on the show that I will deal with it immediately. All right?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Bye now. All right, so let's understand that they're probably busy, but at the same point, they should always have someone answering the phone. And we really believe that customer service is important, okay? And don't worry, nobody's going to get in trouble, because guess what? Here's the deal. I have never seen a time in my life where my staff cannot focus, okay? And they can't focus. Why? Well, unless I'm not saying all my staff, but I have a lot of staff. And the reality is, if I've got staff that don't believe in unconditional love for themselves and staying in the present moment, then they're everywhere else. Okay? Think about it. We have been taught that whatever amount of suffering is going on with the people we love and care for, that's the amount of suffering that we should have. So if I have staff that believe in that, then they're not focused right now, are they? Now, remember the last time you tried to do your job and you weren't focused? You didn't get it done, did you? Remember the last time that you weren't focused on the healing and you were focused on the sickness? You didn't heal, did you? Okay, so everything is about focus. So what if you were to only focus on the things that you want in your life, okay, and stop focusing on the things that you want for everybody else, because it's not going to help anybody by you focusing on what you want for everyone else. Do you know how many times people will come and call me and go, oh, she doesn't believe in health, but I just got to get her healthy. It's just making me so sick. I'm so worried about her. Oh, really? God, you didn't take the pill. Okay, so they took the poison pill, didn't they? They took the pill that the more you suffer for your family, okay, the bigger the home's going to be in heaven or something. I don't know. My God, if I'm going to suffer, I want to get paid for it, okay? All right? Because I'm going to need to get paid for it, because it's going to cost me a lot of money to get well after I've been suffering for the rest of my family. So people really don't focus, do they? They don't know how to focus because they actually believe in the things that they were raised with. From 0 to 7, your life's already laid out for you. It's already laid out for you. You know, I've got master trainers that have gone through my training 3 times, and they still struggle because it's that last hurdle of unconditional love for themselves. They don't process it like this. Okay, wait. They don't go like, okay, if I let myself totally off the hook right away for this, then I'll probably go to hell. But down deep in their subconscious, way down in there, they can't let themselves off the hook because of that illusion that there's a hell waiting for them if they didn't suffer enough. Because, you know, that's how you get to heaven. You suffer a lot, don't you? Okay, that's how you make yourself worthy in this world, because you suffer. You suffer at your job. You suffer at things. You know what I mean? I'm going to go to work and kill myself for my family. Yeah, it's crazy. Pete, Daryl, 2-part question. What supplements would you recommend for COVID? Well, first of all, stop suffering, because then you wouldn't have COVID. You will never hear me having COVID. Oh my God, Dr. Wolf can't come in today. He's got COVID. Okay, he's at home. He's got a flu. He's got the fever. He can't get out of bed. He's hurting. You see, the more sick that you are is the more sick beliefs you have. Because you have to have sick beliefs, because you've got to mistreat yourself long enough and strong enough that you got to pay for it. You got to pay for it. Your body says, look, unless you're going to start eating right, thinking right, drinking right, loving me right, I'm going to have to lay you out every 2 months. Because guess what? I got to lay you out so that you get diarrhea, that you throw up, that you get a fever, that you get a runny nose, because we got to get all this poison out somehow. Because you know what? You're not getting it. It's all about vibration. It's all about vibration. How much would it piss you off if you were sick and nobody else in the family got sick over it? How would it piss you off if you were sick and everybody said, well, You should start drinking right, eating right. You should go do a coffee enema. You should probably do some therapeutic vomiting if you're sick to your stomach, you know. You do know that you can't get sick if you didn't swallow, okay, toxic waste on an emotional or physical level. You do know that once it gets past your stomach into your small intestine, all hell is going to break loose. All cell is going to break loose. You do know that by the time it goes and makes the 30-feet trip, that's how long your digestive tract is, and gets into your large intestine. If it was a rotten thought that you're trying to swallow and bury inside yourself, about yourself or something else, or if it's food that was manipulated, okay, by the time it gets down and takes the trip down to your large intestine, it will rot and you will blow up like atomic bomb. Okay, so how do I save myself from COVID? Well, I'll tell you something right now. I'd be drinking hot water, structured water as much as possible, putting in black diamond. I'd also be taking curcumin cayenne 5000, and if I thought I was going to come down with COVID when you're going to get sick, right? You get run down. Your energy levels are down. You stress yourself out. You ate pizza tonight. You had red meat the next night. Do you understand? You don't get enough live foods in. You can tell your bowels are getting a little bit slowed up, okay? So you want to drink about 3 quarts to 4 quarts of hot water, warm to hot water, and that's going to cleanse you because remember, hot water cleanses a lot better than cold water. Structured water actually hydrates into cells 1,000% better than any other known water, and that's just buying a structured water unit. Oh, here's the office. Hello? Hello?
Yes, hi Daryl, it's Andreas here. Sorry,
Yeah,
Mr.
people
Paul.
have been calling on the 855 number and they've been calling on the 250 number, and people have not been able to get through to you guys. So you're going to have to take a look at what's wrong with your phone systems, and we're going to have to get that fixed right away. You can see me, I'm on all my platforms live right now. Okay?
Okay, well, I'm live on the dial pad. That's where people are calling, and the number is working too, so...
No, okay, but no, there are people having trouble because Tara tried to call, and also Sam tried to call, and I tried to call. Okay?
Okay, so I just got a hold of Sam. He said you're in the show right now.
No, I know that. I'm in the show. I'm calling. I'm live on the show. I'm trying to tell you that you better take a look at that phone system. Okay?
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
restart my computer then.
All right. Hey, everybody, this is Andreas. That's who you'll be talking to if you can get through. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Welcome to my world. Okay. Now, believe it or not, it's time for everybody to wake up. Okay? It's time for everyone to get on the ball and mind their business. And that business is about you loving yourself, and it's about self-care. Okay? Okay? There is no health care. There's only self-care. There is no health care. There's only self-care. There is no love. Love is just an ingredient. It's what you do with it. There is no love. There's just self-love. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Do you know how many times I've been in love in my life? I'm 65 years old. You know how many times I fell in love before I was 20? Holy crap. Okay? It was the most beautiful thing, but guess what? It usually went sour. I'll tell you something. And the first probably about 20 relationships I had, after they broke up, oh my God, everything's a drama, broke up, okay, I was traumatized, okay, because I was using these women to fill up my heart. I was feeding off of them. When I finally started to realize if I fill up my own heart, then I don't play games with them. I don't play love ransom. I remember when I was younger, I used to play love ransom with them. If I didn't get my way, you just hold back on the love, just like they did. Oh, you ain't getting it tonight, Daryl. Nope, not talking to you. Nope, not doing it. You know, that's what we do to each other, don't we? And that's no way to live. And I'll tell you something, that is a 99%, that's not 99 out of 100 relationships. That's 9,999 out of every 1,000 relationships play love ransom game. Okay? Oh, how's your relationship? Well, you know, it's got its ups and downs. Mine does not have its ups and downs. My relationship does not have its ups and downs. Okay? All right? My relationship is like this. Because understand something, that's where the world fell. Okay? When you came here, you were unconditional love. That's what entered into your mother's womb. That's why your parents wanted to hold you, kiss you, lick you. They didn't care if you spit on them, kept you up all night, pooped all over you, okay? They didn't care. But once you started to walk and talk like them, that's when you gave up unconditional love for yourself, because there was all kind of conditions, wasn't there? Wasn't there? If you didn't get this, you didn't get this. And that's when we started getting COVID. Haha, really? Okay? And understand something, no baby gets sick that is fed by a mother that eats a high vibrational, whole plant-based diet. And that's the truth. Okay? Babies would only get sick because the mother took in dairy, okay, or too many flour products, or too many processed chemical foods. That's it. COVID, let me just finish that up. Keep going off track here. But you know what? I can feel the energy growing. Everybody, it's summertime and everybody's going, hey, it's summertime. But I feel it. I feel the big Super Bowl COVID coming. And it's coming by October. So that's kind of why I keep going off. I keep on coming back to the point that you guys got to start looking for your Bravehearts right now. So, how do you get rid of COVID? Get rid of all the boxes and cans, okay, out of your house. Get rid of all the drugs in your house. Okay, hardwire the Wi-Fi in your house. Get rid of all the blue light, and if you go on blue light, get Tesla glasses. How am I doing so far? Take C60 instead of vitamin C, because C60 MCT oil is 250 times stronger than vitamin C. It is the main product sold around the world right now to actually get rid of the symptoms of the V, if you've gotten the V, or if you've got shedding coming, or if you have the C. Did you know that? That's the truth. Go check it out. Go do your research. Okay, so the other thing is the black diamond and also the black gold, because it dumps in 70 micronutrients into your cells, and it sucks up the heavy metals and the acidity more efficiently than any known product. Taking curcumin cayenne 5000, one capsule every hour, every 2 hours, you're going to feel it. Curcumin cayenne 5000 is the most sold product to increase circulation all the way from inflammation to cancer, okay? And cancer is just stage 4 inflammation anyways. What is the other thing? Well, keep your bowels moving. If you feel like you're starting to get, oh, I feel like I might be coming down with the flu, might be getting a cold, I don't want to get a fever, or if you start to get a fever, all you have to do is a warm water enema. That'll cost you a lot, not. And guess what? The fever will be gone in 5 to 10 minutes. And whether we're talking about a baby that was born 10 days ago, you would use a little ear syringe and put 1 ounce in and rub its little belly, and it would have this little poop of mucus and stinky crap, and the baby would then be going, goo goo gaga, thank you. And that would be it. And then if you're an adult, okay, it'll be like a big dump lump coming out, and it will smell like a dead animal. And that's why you've got a fever, because guess what? You got to boil your blood to burn the infection or die. So the only reason why you got a fever is because you got to boil your blood. That's right. And why do you have to boil the blood? Well, I already told you, if you weren't pooping in your pelvis, you wouldn't have got it into your bloodstream. And if you didn't get it into your bloodstream, then you wouldn't have to have the fever, would you? And I will go up against any natural health practitioner or medical doctor right now. My phone number is 250-801-5893 on WhatsApp, okay? Because that's the truth. That's the truth right there. You just get your enema bag out, okay? And you do a warm water enema. And then guess what? If you want to really change your life, go look at what's called the ultimate coffee enema, because that's where the coffee should go, up your butt. And you do that, you'll be able to purge and cleanse your liver, and then you'll bring your life back. Wouldn't that be something? Your liver does over 400 jobs, and now it can't do any of them right, okay? Okay. COVID, isn't that something? All right. COVID, schmovid, okay, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. COVID, monkeys, and anybody watch Milk the Monkey? We should get Milk the Monkey up, okay? Tell Drake to put Milk the Monkey up right after this show, okay? And make sure when he plays Milk the Monkey that he also puts up Rock Your World right with it. And he can start it up, and it'll come on as the Wolf Report, okay? Milk the monkey. There's the cure. Let's milk the monkey. Every year. Okay, Krista, I have a clapper and need to heal my thyroid. What to clap for that? Well, first of all, you should be doing infinite iodine, okay? But you want to do infinite iodide, 5 sprays, and then you want to do infinite iodine 5 sprays. It's not expensive. Try that. That's the deal. You're not going to heal your, okay, and our infinite iodine is the only pure iodine in the world. Our infinite iodine is actually in pico form, which means it's 1,000 times smaller than theta, which means it's 1,000 times smaller than nano, which means it's 10,000 times smaller than colloidal, okay? And you want to take the clapper. Oh, and if you've got a thyroid problem, don't put your phone, okay, on in front like this. The blue light is radiating it because it's only 2 centimeters below here, and you're actually radiating your thyroid with the blue light if you hold your phone there. So you got to have a silk scarf or have your shirt done up or something just blocking. You could have just even a piece of tissue paper there. I'm serious. Just have to block that blue light. Also, you can't, if you're on a computer all day long, you better put a silk scarf on, okay, to block that for the thyroid. And you want to clap. So here, let me see. So you want to clap the side of your neck. You want to clap right here. And you can use your hand if you want, but it's not as good. And you can clap right on the side. Look at how hard I can clap. And that, you know what? And if you actually bruise, then that means that your tissue's rotting. That means your blood is rotten. That means the lymph is rotten. You should be able to clap and never bruise. If you bruise, then that means that you are issues in your tissues to decomposition. Your tissues are decomposing because you're so toxic. Now, if you bruise, that means you're bringing the infection to the surface. Light purple, black, green, and brown, they shouldn't be changing. And if you don't believe me, you are just a piece of rotten fruit. Okay, that's what you turned into being. And you're just a moldy oldie. And even if you're not old and understand something, if you don't believe me, then what about this? I don't know, doctor. I don't know what's going on, but I didn't even hit anything and I'm getting bruises. That's because, sweetheart, you've got tissue death. The tissue is decomposing and you're dying. They're never going to tell you that, but that's the God's truth. That's the God's truth. And you can say, what a drama queen he is. Well, really? Okay. Well, why don't you take a look at the people that come to us that have gone everywhere, that have given up, and then take a look at them after just 5 days to 10 days. And then take a look at them after 3 weeks. Take a look at some of the patients that have been given a death sentence after they've been here for 3 months to 6 months. Why don't you do that? Okay? So don't think of me as being a smart ass, okay? Think of this as, if we continue to do the same things we've always done, we'll always get the same things. So why don't we do something different, okay? And something, it's not life-threatening, it's not dangerous, so why aren't we doing it? Why aren't we doing it? Oh, wouldn't want to do that. What kind of goof would ever believe that if you cleaned out your body and you ate high vibrational foods that you could actually cure yourself? Boy, I'm not going to fall for that. No way. Okay, Petra, can the Celsonic be helpful to people with type 1 diabetes? Absolutely. I mean, you got to understand something. Any disease is a dysfunction within that cell. And every disease is a part of a body that the cell is not working properly. The ATP can't make energy. That cell is overinflamed. That cell is overtoxic. That cell is overcalcified. And we already know that Celsonic turns around all of that. And in one treatment, you can see a difference. I'm going to tell you something right now. Most people with type 1 diabetes, do they eat good? No, they eat terrible, don't they? It's like the person that goes and gets their gallbladder cut out because their gallbladder was in pain because they eat such crappy foods. And the other thing is they don't just eat crappy foods, but they have crappy thoughts. How many people know here that we can have 5 people in the same family eating the same food and only one of them has a gallbladder problem? Why? 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 Because the gallbladder stores anger. That person's the most angriest in the family and doesn't know how to vent it, and they swallow it. And then they're still eating all those fatty, toxic foods. So that's enough to make the gallbladder get filled with gallstones. And the gallstones are actually cholesterol because the cholesterol was being used to try to buffer down the acidity and the cracks in the walls of the arteries. And the calcium was actually being used to buffer down the pH, otherwise make it more alkaline, so it wasn't so acidic, right? So that's what gallstones are. That's what kidney stones are calcium deposits, and calcium deposits in the breast these are all situations where the body is just too acidic. Next. Deborah, what is clapper and belly button therapy? Okay, Deborah, how would you like to have a master class free? Okay, so I want you to go into my library and go to docofdetox.com and then click on library at the top of the page, then click on do it yourself guide, and you can go in and look at all the clapping classes, or you can look in the library at clapping for health, clapping for life. A clapper, okay, you ready for this? Can get rid of adhesions, can get rid of arthritis, can get rid of any pain in your body. It can help get rid of a fibroid. It will help to get rid of poisons in your blood, in your lymph by clapping. I clap at least every second day for an hour, okay? And if I have somewhere that, like, okay, the other day I had a bit of a headache right here. So what I did is I clapped here. Look, right here was where I had the headache, and right here. And I clapped here for about 5-10 minutes. It's gone, because every bit of swelling, stiffness, pain, inflammation, growth, adhesion, and scar tissue is a block. If you remove the block, you remove all those symptoms. You remove all those symptoms. It's all about going with the flow, baby. You know, every pain, inflammation, swelling, okay, all right, and stiffness in your body is because of a block. And you gotta move the block, okay? So you can check that out. Belly button therapy will actually put you into a parasympathetic state faster and better than any drug, any supplement, any exercise. And it's where you actually put this in your belly button, and there's a certain technique, the way you move it. And in 5 to 7 minutes, you're in a complete parasympathetic state. So if you were to learn how to do the lion heart breath, if you got yourself some love bands and you learned how to do this, 3, 2, 1, I got this. This is as snug as a hug. This is a kiss. There's a new sheriff in town called Unconditional Love for Myself. I'm never going to talk down to myself. I'm not going to judge others. I will observe. And when I observe and I decide I do not want something or become something or have something, I will make a decision, and I will never focus on that again. I will only focus on what I want. What I want, I will not focus on what I do not want. You are taught to focus on what you do not want. That's why fear is the biggest thing that's sold right now. And that's why I truly believe that within 10 to 12 years, we could see 50% of the population no longer on this planet due to not COVID or monkeypox, but due to false evidence appearing real and autoimmune diseases. 92% of the population has an autoimmune disease. An autoimmune disease means that the body's attacking itself, because you've been attacking yourself all your life because you're not good enough. You're not worthy, okay? Who would love you? Who do you think you are? Remember something. The only reason why you're rich today is because your parents had rich beliefs, or you went and took enough classes and you got rid of your poverty thinking. The reason why most of the world is in poverty thinking, most of the world is malnourished, okay? Most of the world, okay, doesn't have enough energy. most of the world doesn't believe it can live its passion, purpose, and dreams. It's all just based on the subconscious owning, ruling, schooling, and fooling you. And that all came from 0 to 7. Welcome to your world. Okay. How do we raise frequency, manifest intentions? Beth, it's called repetition. You didn't notice that? You do know they put the same commercial on an hour-long movie 6 to 7 times. Okay? And then all of a sudden you have a headache, Beth, and you don't think about going and relaxing or go get water or go drink a little bit of magnesium in water or go do do clapping on where the headache is. You get up and you walk over and you go to the drugstore and you take the medication, don't you? That's right. Okay? Because it's all about repetition. You're either being programmed or you're programming yourself. I'm programming myself every day. I don't know what I'd do, Beth, if I didn't have this show. I wouldn't know what I'd do. I mean, I'm teaching a whole life coach course like every few weeks. You know that from here until Christmas, I'm doing 5 whole life coach courses. That's right. 5 whole life coach courses. And in those 5 whole life coach courses, we're teaching over 100 people. Okay, I don't know the total number yet, but it'll be around 120 maybe, 150 people. Okay, whole life coach. So that means I'm going through a course how many times? So do you know why I'm insane like this? Do you know why I'm like this? Because I keep on doing it. I live it. I breathe it. All you got to do, Beth, is decide okay, when you're in your logical mind and when you feel like you're fallen in love with yourself, get a pen and paper out right away and write down exactly what you would like to see and be in your life. And then guess what? When the world tries to tell you not to, make that the blueprint you go off of. Okay, so it's all about repetition. This is why I tell everyone to take my whole life coach at least just once. Okay, it's a 9-day course. And the first thing people say is, I don't have the time and I don't have the money. So what are you doing with all your time? What are you doing with all your money? Well, I don't have any. And I go, well, then you need the course. Because if you don't have any money, then you've only got poverty consciousness, which means you'll always be broke. You'll always be poor. Okay? People only have money because they have a belief system that's based on making money. People that have poverty, they have a belief system that that's all there is. And take a look at your parents and then tell me that they were rich. Okay? All right. And I think it's time. We've been on for an hour and a half. Okay? All right. What do I recommend for bath soaps and shampoos and conditioners and also body lotions? Okay, well, you guys aren't even going to like this. Okay? First of all, you're not going to believe this, but my diet is clean enough that I don't stink under my armpits or my groin. Thank you very much. And you're going to go, well, that's not true. Everybody does. And I'm going to tell you that I don't. No, I don't. I do not stink. I sweat all the time. It's hot down here, but I don't stink anymore. And I remember when I used to stink. Okay, I don't have stinking thinking, and I don't have a stinking diet. So why would I stink? Seriously. Okay. Next thing is that the only time I use an organic, we use an organic soap. I don't even know who makes it. I know it's organic. Lori buys it. And the reality is I will only do what? I'll just do the pits, right? So underarms, groin, and back there. That's it. I don't wash and soap anything else. Why would I soap up anything else? I want the natural oils. And why would I be stinking on my skin? Okay, and as far as washing my hair, okay. The last time that I put soap in my hair, I don't know. Maybe it was a month ago. I don't really know. Does it look greasy to you? Does it look bad? No. Okay, first of all, what I tell you that I do, I actually do it. And that's the deal. You're stinking thinking and you're stinking diet, okay, all right? That's why. All right, you only have greasy hair because you eat greasy foods. Okay, you only have dry hair, okay, and dry skin because you don't get enough essential fatty acids. I mean, guys, nature loves you. Embrace it. Embrace it. Boy, oh boy. And you know what? I don't know. I don't know where I got to suds up. You see the guy in the bathroom, he all suds up. Got to suds up. Got to poison myself. That's what I got to do. I got to poison myself. Yeah, okay. Carter, to manifest intentions, get clear about what you really want to create. Well, that's all. Forget everything else. Visualize your desired outcome and allow space to process. And the space means be patient. Be patient. Because that which created the universe is on your side. That's called source energy. And you will get what your desires are at the best time in the best place. And here's something. Say this, okay? When you start to get impatient about the things you want in your life, say this. Dear Creator, I know that if I can't get what I want, you're just going to give me something better. Thank you very much. And now I'm going to go along my way and have a beautiful day. There it is. Did you get that? That's what I do. Because guess what? Let me tell you something. That which created the universe loves you beyond love. It has never judged you. That's such... Excuse me, everyone. Get the kids out of the room. That's bullshit. That which created the universe has never judged you. Let me tell you something. To even think about coming down to this life-threatening, fun-filled experience, come on. Somebody's trying to kill you at every corner, okay? You got your family trying to kill you. You got your friends trying to kill you. You got the systems trying to kill you. Who else would come down here? And then to lie and cheat and steal, that's just normal. Let me tell you something. When I was younger, okay, I was raised a born-again Christian. After a while, I rebelled, and I became the biggest thief, liar, because I knew I wanted to survive. And guess what? I had no love for myself because everybody else said that I didn't deserve it because I was a little sinner. And then as soon as I got over sinner syndrome, and I understand that I had to fail 10,000 times to repeat something enough to master it, then to only go and find something else to screw up, then I realized, guess what? I got the game. The game is I'm allowed to screw up as much as I want. This is my party, and I don't care. I'll fail maybe 1,000 times at something, or 10,000 times, but I will never judge myself again. And this is my party. Now I don't have to steal. I don't have to lie, because I love myself enough that if you don't like me, I don't care. I don't need your approval, okay? All right, and I'm not going to take it personal when you go, we don't like your beliefs, Daryl. I'm going to go, yeah, well, guess what? Nobody invited you to my party. This is my party. This is my life. And guess what? If I'm not coming out there and saying bad things about you, I'm not telling you that you can't live your life, then why are you trying to tell me that you don't like my life? Why don't you mind your own business and go see if you can heal yourself and then heal your family? That might be something worthwhile. Boy, you'd be surprised at the time that people have on their hands. I don't know how people have the time to go around hating people. I don't have any time for hating anyone. And what a wasted energy that is. You know what? If I can't show you love, I don't want to show you anything. So that means I need to focus over here, where I can show love to if I can't show love to what I'm doing, we can't live like that. We are emotional beings, and we must be shining love wherever we go. So only go where you can shine love. Only go where you can be respected, where you can be protected. Don't put yourself in situations or try to get people to believe in your beliefs. Believe in yourself first and foremost before anyone else or anything else, so help you God. And listen, this is always going to be a life-threatening place. Let me tell you something. Tell me what war that you know of that we had to go and fight, that we needed to spill blood, that we needed to kill people, that we needed to lie, that we needed to steal their gold, their oil, okay? That we had to go and rock their world. Why don't you just tell me, okay? Tell me what political party has ever done anything. I'm going to mind my own business. I don't care about government. I don't care about the medical system. I don't care about any of the systems out there. They'll only be there as long as people use them. And as long as people use them, these people will be sold off by the pound by these systems. So I'm telling you right now, start making some wise choices. Will this feed my body? when this leaves my body, will the vibration and the light in this heal me? And if you're not changing 1% every day, then you are decomposing right now. If you're not learning something new and risking your life a little bit every day, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're going to be back here. No, we know. We'll be back here. You'll be back. We'll be here tomorrow, but that's closed. All the practitioners out there, you're going to want to join us for our Zoom tomorrow. We are launching the biggest health, platform in the world. Right, Jeffrey?
5 p.m.
5 p.m. tomorrow night. And join us. How can they join us?
Zoom.
On Zoom. So if you're one of our practitioners, you should have gotten a link. If you didn't, please call. Okay? All right? Okay. And then tomorrow night, Jeffrey, because I'll be in the air tomorrow night. Huh? Thursday, I mean. Yeah, Thursday. Thursday, I'll be in the air, and Jeffrey's going to be doing my show, right? And the show is the courses, training, and treatments, and Q&A, where people are coming to Ixtapa and they want to know about how to best get here, what protocols to start before they come, what we're going to do depending on their conditions, okay? And also people that want to take certifications and come here, like the Whole Life Coach, the Wolf Non-Surgical, people want to come here for personal treatment and trainings. Or we'll come anywhere around the world and we'll certify you in Wolf Non-Surgical. We'll certify you as a Whole Life Coach, okay? And we'll come to your home, or we'll come to your clinic, or we'll come and we'll do a personal treatment and training on you and your loved ones, okay? Or just with you, and teach you how to do what we do, so that you can become your own practitioner. Let me tell you something, everyone. You're not looking for another practitioner. You're looking for someone that will teach you how to become your own practitioner, so that you can stand in your power, so that you can be the light for your family. That's what you want to do. Anybody out there, if you're in Quebec, just know, not Quebec, let me think here. Anybody out there in Barrie, we have a course in September. Can we take a look at the courses quick? Can you bring them up, please? Just hit the, okay, can you go to the next one? Next slide. Okay, everybody, just so you know, I just got to tell you this because we're still getting calls. St. Lazare, Quebec, we're all sold out. Can we go to the next one? I will be doing 2 lectures in McKinney, okay? One on Sunday, August the 21st, one on Monday, August the 22nd. If you're in Texas or in the area of Dallas and you want to come, there's the information. Next. These are the courses in Texas, okay? New World Practitioner course. We have room for 6 more people if you're interested. And that'll be in McKinney. That's just outside of Dallas, like I said. And here's the phone number you can call. You'll be talking to me. Next. Ixtapa, we have a course September 10th. Okay, Whole Life Coach and Wolf Non-Surgical, just like the rest, if you're interested. Next. Everyone, I will be doing a lecture, okay, in Barrie, Ontario. Where's the other lecture site? We asked for it. Yeah, it was sent to show at Doc of Detox. What? No, that's not it. Okay, anyways, nope, go back, please. Go back. Okay. So just know, everybody, if you live in Toronto or Ontario, I'll be putting this on Facebook. I wish I'd had it. It's August the 7th. I'll be in Barrie if you want to call me. The lecture will be from 3 o'clock until 6 o'clock. That's 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And it'll be Barrie, Ontario. And it'll be at Chalou's Restaurant. Okay, but if you want to call me on my phone number, I'll give you the address, okay? Or you can call Chalou if you know her. And, oh, there it is, live at Simmering Kettle Restaurant, okay? But that's in October, that's the October lecture. But I will be doing a lecture there August the 7th, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Simmering Kettle Restaurant in Barrie. Please let the word out, and if you're coming, please let us know, Okay, we have limited space. Next. Okay, now, see where it says the first course is sold out? One person could not come. So if somebody would like to come September 24th for the New World Practitioner course, or just the Whole Life Coach, or just the Wolf Non-Surgical, I've got 2 spaces for the Whole Life Coach, and I've got 1 space for the non-surgical left. Okay, we had none left for the non-surgical, so we shut it down, but now we have 1. The person moved into the next course. Next. So we have another course October 5th to October 27th, and right now that's filling up. That's right now we have, I think we have 9 places left in that course. Next. And then Ixtapa, this will be the last course before December. October 24th to November 15th, we'll have both courses. You can take just the one or the other, doesn't matter, or both. Next. Now, for those of you that want to join us, you can join us at NWP Empowerment. This is where our practitioners go that are going to take courses that share information. Hey, can I get a ride with you? Would you like to share a room with me? Hey, I'm going to bring a massage table, because when anybody comes to our courses, we have, like, if you come, you bring like 1 bolster, 1 massage chair, or 1 bolster and 1 mat. And then everybody gets together depending on who's going to bring what, because today we cannot be shipping stuff from Mexico or from Canada across country. Shipping is horrendous. So we get everybody, because they're going to become therapists anyways, we get everybody to bring different equipment so that we can do our courses. But if you want to talk to some of the people that are taking our courses, go to NWP Empowerment on Telegram group. And you can also go on our Telegram group to Wolf Non-Surgical, and you can see, no, not Wolf Non-Surgical, New World Practitioner. Go to New World Practitioner on Telegram group, and you'll see all the different lectures and our Whole Life Coach certification and our Wolf Non-Surgical certification, and we'll show you different things. Okay, next. All right, this is just a list of courses that we have coming up. Next. Personalized treatment and trainings, we have 6 different ones. You can come here and get them, or we'll go there to you, to your home, to your clinic, doesn't matter, anywhere around the world. Go to personaltreatmentandtraining.com. Next. And these are all the things that you get with a personal treatment and training, how many hours it takes for each. So you could go back and stop the video if you wanted, okay? And you'll also find this in the manual if you go to the Personal Treatment and Training Manual in the library, okay? Next. And Sage, my son, Dr. Sage Wolf, he will be able to do a personal treatment and training if you want. These are the ones he travels around the world. These are the different dates there. As you can see, there's 4 different dates if you'd like to book those out. Okay, you can get certified or a personal treatment and training. Check the dates. Next. All right, so there it is. You can get our trainings worldwide. We will come and do an actual certification course, a minimum of 8 people for the Wolf Non-Surgical, and a minimum of 12 for the Whole Life Coach certification. Next. That's it. And I just want to thank everyone. Can you move that over to the other side? No, the slide over. No, just move the slide over. Grab it, move it over. Thank you. Right over. Keep going. Keep going. All right. So I want to thank everybody for joining me today. And as you can tell, I was running to the bank, and we're switching around the video rooms, and we're switching around the treatment rooms. We're trying to get everything ready. Okay? There's a lot going on here. But there's a lot going on for you. But remember something, take the time. And if you can't afford these love bands, 3, 2, 1, I got this, put a hairband on. Tie a knot in it. And every time that you have any thought about that you're not good enough, it's BS. It's BS, a dysfunctional belief system. I want you to grab it and go, I love and approve of myself. I got this. This was the old me. 3, 2, 1, I got this. Do you know why you count backwards? Well, they do it in the war, you know. You count backwards when you go to war, because when you think about your loved ones, that's when you get your head shot off or cut off, right? So they want you to count backwards in war to get you back into the present moment. So what we want to do is always stay in the present moment, because that's where your power is. Do you know, they would never, ever be able to hog tie, okay, 8 billion people. There's only 50,000 of them. Hog tie 8 billion people unless, if we could stay in the present moment. So if you were connected to the lion heart breath, 6 seconds in, 7 seconds out, 3, 2, 1, I got this, and just keep clicking this, right? Because this means there's a new sheriff in town. And what's that mean? Go ahead. Try to tell me what to do. Try to tell me what to do. Go ahead. I don't give a crap if you're the president of the United States or the prime minister of Canada, or you're a policeman or a military person. You can't tell me what to do. Nobody's going to tell you what to do. If you know you. You are the universe you've been looking for. Universe. You are the universe you've been looking for. Stand in your power. Now, please don't get me wrong. I'm not against government. I'm not against the military. I'm not against the police. But the reality is this. If you have unconditional love, who are you harming? Who are you hurting? What laws are you breaking? Nobody can tell you what to do. And anybody who tries to, you just say, no, I do not comply. I do not consent. I am not contracting with you. I am not doing it. You don't have to. You don't have to. It's the craziest thing that there are laws that protect us and you don't use them. It's the craziest thing that you believe you have no power on an emotional level or physical. It's the craziest thing that all of a sudden, in the last 50 years, the body no longer heals itself. It's the craziest thing that there's not enough money, there's not enough love, there's not enough water, there's not enough food, there's not enough air, there's not enough of anything. I will never, ever consent or comply. And it's not, you won't see me out there protesting. My protesting is me unconditionally loving myself. My protesting is eating right, thinking right, drinking right, loving right. That's my protest. My protest is knowing that created the universe has never given me a second thought, just one thought, unconditional love. That is such BS that you think that the creator of everything has ever judged you. You think about that. And then you probably just never want to be on my show again, and that's okay too. You have a great day, and remember this. I am love, I am healed, I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment that I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will trust and honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself first and foremost before anyone else or anything else, so help me God. Because I am, I can, I'm healed. I'm Braveheart. And so are you. God bless. Hey, Bravehearts, how would you like a story? Everybody likes a good story. Hey, Bravehearts, how would you like a story? Everybody likes a good story. So I'm going to tell you a little story, and then I'm going to play you a little song. And this song is called Milk the Monkey. Now, here's the deal. You know, things just come together sometimes, and it's the craziest thing. You know how they talk about monkeypox as the next thing that we have to be V'd for? Okay, well, understand, this was not what my discussion was. I'm telling you the truth. We were in a whole life coach certification class, okay, and we were talking, and somebody said, well, can you explain why it is that people drink cow's milk? And I'm going to tell you something. I won't go through why I explained, but the reason why cow's milk is poisonous to every human being. I'm not going to do that. But I said, if you were going to drink any milk at all, I mean, human beings are the only species that drink milk after we're weaned. So think about that. We're not that intelligent. So I said, but if you were going to drink any milk at all, you should milk a monkey. And I said, guess what? That's what we should do. We should milk a monkey. We'll probably save the world. And out of this discussion, one of my practitioners sent my little piece that I talked about on milking monkeys instead of milking cows, because it sounds more logical, because monkeys are more like us. And she sent my discussion that I had to a musician friend who mixed it up, and he made a song called Milk the Monkey. Okay, so here's the deal. It wasn't about monkeypox. It was about milking monkeys, because if you really want to get some milk, go milk that monkey. Okay, save the world, save your life, do whatever you think you need to do. Check out this song, okay? And let's milk that monkey. Monkeys are more related to humans, so we should start milking monkeys. No, I'm serious. Who's with me? Okay? Okay, you haven't lived until you've milked a monkey. Yeah, a monkey, yeah. Wow, that could be the cure. Okay, that's it. We've got to start a marketing, milk the monkey. What if we were to make a song out of it? We could save the world. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm serious. Who's with me? Okay? Okay, you haven't lived until you've milked a monkey. Yeah, a monkey, yeah. Wow, that could be the cure. Okay, that's it. We've got to start a marketing, milk the monkey. What if we were to make a song out of it? We could save the world. Yeah. 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 A monkey. Yeah, a monkey. We could save the world. So further. But monkeys are more related to humans, so we should start milking monkeys. No, I'm serious. Who's with me? Okay? Okay, you haven't lived until you've milked a monkey. Yeah, a monkey, yeah. Wow, that could be the cure. Milk the monkey. What if we were to make a song out of it? We could save the world. Yeah. Milk the monkey. What if we were to make a song out of it? We could save the world. Yeah. Milk the monkey.